In some cases, ghosts or spirits can be attached to items. Sometimes they don't haunt people or places, but items nonetheless. Sometimes those items resemble empty vessels. More or less, I'm talking about dolls or children's toys. And today we'll be looking at a handful of possibly haunted dolls. This video is brought to us by TikTok user Mr. Fear 1000, and in this video we have a possibly haunted doll that seems to be moving on its own accord. Now, although the doll does show definite movement, it is possible that it's just the way it's positioned. I have a feeling that this is one of those dolls that has posable legs. If it's one of the higher quality Trick or Treat Studio dolls, this is definitely Billy from the Saw franchise, and they do have posable limbs. So it's possible that the limbs are just posed poorly, and that as he's set against the wall, over time gravity does its thing and knocks him down. In the same breath, though, it's also possible that this thing is moving. I don't like that the camera angle's tilted. That kind of takes away from it, in my opinion. So I'm left undecided on this clip. How about you? This video is brought to us by TikTok user The Clown Doll, and this is from an account that has a creepy clown doll that was inherited with this older Victorian house. A lot of strange things happen centered around this doll, so much so that it has its own TikTok account. In this particular clip, the clown doll is sat in the basement facing the brick wall. Now, this is a motion sensor camera that only picks up recordings when movement is sensed. It's subtle, but you can see the doll's right hand start to move. It ends up plopping down near what this lamp is. Moments later, this bulb in the lamp shatters. I mean, skeptical could say, yeah, sure, maybe it was fishing line, but again, it doesn't look like there's any place for someone to hide with fishing line. But you see, look, the hand's moved and the bulb pops. It's creepy. It's not enough to say 100% certain that this is a haunted doll, but it's definitely convincing nonetheless. Number 3. This video is brought to us by TikTok user Ghost Prowler, and in this video we have somebody talking to a baby alive doll that seems to be responding to them. Now, unfortunately, I can't tell for certain if this is just how the dolls are programmed or if this is a special variant that happens to be haunted. I know they're called baby alive for a reason. They're supposed to seem lifelike. It's possible that they have some kind of programming where they're made to respond to certain phrases. So when you talk about pets like he does with the dog here, it's supposed to say, "I see him." Unfortunately, we never get to see if this thing has batteries or not. If this thing doesn't have batteries, then yeah, sure, it's most likely haunted, although glitches do happen. But without seeing that, it's hard to tell for certain if this is the real deal. If you own one of these toys or know about this toy in general, let us know in the comment section down below. Is this how they act, or is this a special haunted variant? I'm leaning towards this is more or less just how the doll acts, but who knows? I could be wrong.
You know, that's a spooky laugh. You like your feet to be tickled?
Alright!
Do you see my dog Nina? Do you see my dog Nina?
Number 4. This video is brought to us by TikTok user Joanne Brown. In this video, we have a child playing with their doll when she claims the doll slapped her. Now, the video points at the doll's face and says it changed. I think due to a low quality video with a low frame resolution, it looks like the doll's face changes, but it doesn't actually change. Now, is it possible this doll slapped this little girl? Maybe. Am I saying it's probable? Not really. More context from where the doll came from, or even a better angle of the interaction would definitely help with this thing, but children don't usually make this kind of stuff up, so it makes you kind of wonder and go, Perhaps an imaginary friend's at play here. Or maybe this doll truly is haunted. Or this girl just has a very active imagination. Whatever the case may be, I'm not able to solve it here in this short time.
Ow!
Can we get you better? You okay, baby?
This video is brought to us by TikTok user Marfa the Haunted Doll. Apparently this doll's name is Marfa, and it's so popular it has its own account. Now in this clip it shows the doll coming out of one room, closing a door, heading over to another door, opening the door, and then closing that door. Now, it almost looks like the doll's being puppeteered, but I can't explain how the doors are opening. Is it a haunting? Is it special effects and editing? Or maybe, just maybe, this is done with AI. I'm not truly sure how they're making this happen, but there's definitely something else at play here. Whether it's paranormal or not, though, is a completely different debate. The movement's too rough and not fluid for me to believe that this is a true haunting, but I really can't put my finger on what's going on here. So I'm going to leave it up to you. Why don't you comment down below and tell me, what do you make of this clip? Is Marfa really haunted?
Number 6.
This video is brought to us by TikTok user Warm Woman. In this video, Warm Woman burns eucalyptus in front of her haunted doll Abigail. Now, backstory here is that Abigail was left on her front doorstep one night. She's tried to get rid of her, she keeps coming back, and as you can see here, she does move, indicating the possibility that she may just be haunted. Now, granted, it's not hard to fake something like this. First thing that comes to mind is fishing line, or maybe some kind of animatronic put underneath it. This is more or less a hand puppet kind of doll. As always, I'm not fully outright ruling it. I'm just saying it is easy to fake something like this, and I am skeptical. But it is interesting that it happens to react to the eucalyptus or sage in such a way. From what the comments claim, apparently a 5-year-old spirit is attached to Abigail, and Abigail doesn't want to leave her new home. What do you think? Do you think this one's legit?
Number 7.
This video is brought to us by TikTok user How Bizarre. And in this video, we have a doll that seems to be living in this person's house by the name of Garwin. And apparently Garwin is in search of his mother and can't seem to find her. Now this person shows that Garwin has the ability to frown once he tells Garwin that he doesn't want him living with him anymore. Apparently there's other clips of Garwin moving around the house, picking up objects, escaping the trash can, picking up a knife, etc., etc. At some point I plan to use some of those in a future video, but for now, you get to see Garwin frown. It's kind of creepy. It's very possible this is done with a filter, maybe something off of Snapchat or CapCut. Unfortunately, it's not hard to fake, and it doesn't help when clips like this have paranormal noise in the background, whether it be spooky music or children's voices. Stuff like that just kind of deters and takes away from the realism of said footage.
Listen, Garwin. I don't want you here anymore. I'm afraid of you. I hear you calling for your mother. Well, she's not here. And I don't know where she is. So I'm gonna bring you outside. And I don't want you coming back. And I want you to stay out there. Or find somewhere else to go. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to resort to some more extreme measures.
Alright, and that's another one for the books. Hopefully you enjoyed today's content. If you did, maybe decide to do those things I keep asking you to do, like click the like button, click the share button, share this with 3 friends who don't believe in haunted dolls, drop me a comment, tell me what you like most about this video, or what spooky topic you want to see me cover next. And of course, the most important thing you can do if you haven't already done so is click that subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you can stay up to date with my latest content that I drop weekly. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.